So today we are doing our spring cycle, water cycle, and what I do is I let the regular pumps pump the water into the flat box, but I have a release valve down here, so I run my hose out. Excuse all this, I'm in the middle of doing planting. The hose runs out and drains out into the different boxes. As it's draining, I just let it flow. The internal pump, the regular pump, is still pulling all the water in. Pulls the water in, comes into here, flows out to the boxes. Into here, into these boxes, wherever that I need it. Then, once this gets down to the point to where it's going to start pulling air from these filters, then I start running the pump from the rainwater and it starts filling in. So I don't have to run multiple pumps. The pump runs out, flushes everything, and then my outside pump, I kick it in and it pumps in, and that's it. Once the outside pump is done, I close off the rain cover off the top where the pump goes in, and that's it. I'll show you. It's fairly effortless once you get the method down. There, all of these, this is 5 1,000 liters. They drain off of here, drain off of here. I've got them running all the way around both sides of the buildings. You see, we're starting to get more rain coming in, so I'm doing it today so I can refill these rain catch systems. So it's a little sump pump, what you would use like in a basement. I've put a filter on the bottom, so it just pulls it right in. Boom, pumps into it, and that's it. So I set the lines up, I hook my hose, open it, that's my hose over there, do my watering and so on with it. Any extra then gets drained off, because we are in the rainy season, so I don't want to flood everything. Once it's down to almost, I'd say 5% of the tank space, then I fill it up with another 95% of the water. It'll come up about a centimeter below that red line. And that'll give me about 3,000 liters. And I've still got to clean the filters in the box. Everything else is done. And it's just back to my regular changing filters twice a week until autumn. That's it. So, here we go. As you see, everything's cleaned. If I need to, I may have mentioned this. This is a different day. I'm filming this on a different day, so I may have already mentioned it. I've not went over the video yet. But I keep a small pool vacuum, just a little telescoping handheld thing. And if I need to, about once a week or so, I'll go in there and vacuum any stuff out. And before I drain it to do a full water change, I will do that again. Then I will drain it, do the water change, and so that allows, like you see, there's still particulate in there. You can't really see it, but it's enough to keep the water balance to the pH and so on that I want. Because you can't just put pure clear water in there. There's no nutrients or anything for the shrimps, for the bacteria, nothing. So you can't really just flush the whole thing. That's not good for it. Another thing when doing this is watch your water temperatures. I don't care if it's a big aquarium, a small aquarium, whatever. Know the temperatures that your fish can tolerate. Like I know, I keep this at about a 25 to 26. Currently, it is at a 24. So that tells me that, yep, my heater is active from the night because we're still getting low temperatures here. And in the greenhouse, it is 12 degrees. Outside, it is more like 10, about 8 or 9 degrees. I'd have to recheck. So we're still getting cold, but I'm not having to run the heaters or anything anymore. The temperature stays above the freeze mark, so no frost or anything. And that's your main concern at this stage of the game. The dilemma is that water coming from the rain catch system out there into here is cooler than the water in here. I know that my fish, the plecos and Australian red claws and so on, if they go below 19 degrees, it starts sending them into stress shock. If they go above 27 to 29 degrees, 27 for the pleco, 29 for the crayfish, and the little shrimps and the other smaller fish are in between this range, it can send them into heat shock. I never let my water temperature get above 26 in the summer. And when I'm pumping new water in, I watch it. If I drop down to 21 degrees, I stop the flow. I let my heating system bring it slowly back up to my target temperature, and then I continue filling. The more that the less temperature difference between your outside water source and what you want your water temperature to be, the faster you can refill your tank. But I don't, well, it's just a small tank. I'll just know you can send your fish into shock one way or the other depending on what you're using for your water system to do the refilling, whether it's a faucet, whatever. That water is typically not going to be the appropriate temperature, and if you drop it too fast or raise it too fast, the fish cannot acclimate and you can kill them. So that's it on that, and I hope that this has been helpful. Welcome to 2026, and we're still running nice and good.